did honeybees and the agriculture economy up in the first half of the program. We are going to go back to ag here at the end. Sheep. Most of them, most sheep breeds that is, have to be sheared regularly lest their wool overwhelm them. And it used to be that selling that wool could offset some cost and bring in some extra cash, even if the sheep were intended for meat, not material. Now, though, wool prices are way down, less than a nickel a pound, especially in the Midwest, where sheep wool tends to be coarser and shorter and just not as good as some of the competition. Innovation and adaptation are the business model responses, as Rachel Kramer reports now from Harvest Public Media.
At a family farm in central Iowa, a sheep shearer leans over a ram making smooth, clean strokes through several inches of shaggy wool. By the end of the day here, more than 100 sheep will be about 8 pounds lighter. But farmer Mary Corey says the wool won't bring in much cash.
We'll get just a few cents a pound, really.
Her husband Tom started raising sheep in the early 1960s. He says wool was an asset back then.
I was able to get enough money from that wool that I could pay for the winter feed. Today, I can't even pay for half a shear.
The Coreys, like most producers in the Midwest, raise sheep for lamb meat, not so much for wool, which in this part of the country tends to be coarse. Still, farmers used to be able to get something for their wool. But as wool prices have fallen in recent years, it often costs more to shear the wool than it brings in. Jalen Whaley is a sheep field specialist with South Dakota State University Extension. She says this is one more thing that makes it hard to turn a profit raising sheep these days.
We're having a hard time keeping people in the industry.
She says wool prices are connected to global demand. China buys the most American wool, but imports fell sharply in 2019 because of the trade war with the U.S.
And then with the pandemic, we saw worldwide labor shortages.
COVID shut down wool processors, disrupted supply chains, and increased shipping costs. But here's the thing, sheep can't just stop growing wool, so there was a global surplus, and that pulled down wool prices even more. That's why Whaley says sheep producers have to get innovative
and make those changes that are profitable.
Changes like finding new uses for wool. In northern Iowa, Wendy Johnson runs a farm and a business called Counting Sheep Leaf Company. She shows me some of the processed wool from her flock. It's creamy white and lightly speckled batting.
This is what